Hey, and welcome to the Chillaxin Relaxin podcast with your host, Deanna Robert. That's me. On here, we're going to be getting down to the nitty gritty about the real estate market as a whole, but especially here in South Florida, because that's where I live, and I'm also a local realtor here. So I have the knowledge and the expertise about the truths behind the myths in the real estate industry. I got you guys. That's why I started this podcast for you. And since I live in South Florida, we will be talking on our lifestyles and living here also. And as y'all know, we got the Florida man here. So there's always some kind of Floridian going on. Yep, we're going to talk about that too, guys. We have to. It's fun. Also, with a little bit of bullshitting going on for you and our opinions, and hopefully yours too. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm apologizing for mine in advance. So let's just sit back, relax, and enjoy each other's chit chat. Okay. Today, we're going to be talking about national and my local South Florida real estate stats, the truth behind the myths about the NAR settlement, what are mortgage rates doing, what will the housing market look like once the rates drop, what Florida metro areas made the most cash purchases, states with the lowest property tax, and last but not least, y'all, the Florida man craziness. Florida be wilding out, y'all. Anyways, let's go. We're going to jump right into the real estate market conditions as a whole. So as a whole, it's an almost balanced market for us, but it's still sitting right above at a seller's market. And that's for every real estate market throughout the United States, according to NAR. That is who is the National Associations of Realtors. I am a part of NAR. That is how I get this information. I do know that Realtor.com says the housing market is up 31% from a few years ago. Well, that's a good start of some good news for us, for everybody, consumers, realtors, investors, everybody in general. That's start of some good news. If it's up 31% from a couple years ago, that means from pandemic. We're starting a little bit to rebound. All right, guys. I know. You're saying, oh, but it's been crazy with all the mortgage rates, the interest rates, blah, 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 blah. I know, but we'll get into that in a minute. I want to talk a little bit more about my local market stats here in South Florida, which is normally from the Treasure Coast to the Florida Keys, because I live in Palm Beach County, Florida. That's where Donald Trump lives, Palm Beach. Just try to give you a little arrow spot. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's get it going. The Treasure Coast, St. Lucie, and Martin counties are all about the same at an almost balanced market with a median home sales price that sits around $380,000 to $500,000, depending on the city and the county you live. But it's still sitting just above at a seller's market, y'all. The same goes for Broward County with their median home sales price of around, I'd say about $455,000 to around $600,000. Although Palm Beach County, which is my county, guys, is only a hair above the balanced market with a median sales home price of $520,000 to about $650,000. So we're almost there, y'all. But let me tell you about Miami-Dade County. They are on fire, you guys. At a straight balanced market. That's like fantastic news. It's either been like a seller's market or a buyer's market. It hasn't been balanced in a long time. So they're sitting at a straight balanced market with a median home sales price of $565,000 to $700,000. That's a positive turn and a starting for a balancing trend on the housing market. Okay, guys? That's some excitement. I know you can hear it in my voice. I'm sorry, I get carried away. Now, on the other hand, everyone, let's check out the luxury market. The demand for luxury homes is on the uptick, and their median home sales price is around, I'll say about $1,325,000. That's okay. That's pretty good. Also, with the number of new construction homes, they rose with an increase of about 41.4%. Which is more great news for all of us, y'all. The inventory of real estate will likely rise. It just shows us consumers, realtors, everybody in the United States, that things are starting to turn around. A hair by a hair, but it's getting there. Hey, I just rhymed. I'm a dork. And the peak of the real estate season has just begun for us, as it runs probably, I would say, from spring into late summer or early fall. With that being said, let's jump right into the mortgage rates. I know y'all are wondering about them. Okay, me too. Let's get going. All right. They peaked in 2023 after a long run of increases. I know. Well, I got some good news for you guys. In 2024, mortgage rates are unlikely to rise much and will instead slightly decrease this year as it progresses. You know, it's an election year, so let's see what they're trying to do for the housing market. Any market for interest rates, period. I just say housing because I'm in the housing market, but rates, period. Although buyers are now likely accustomed to the idea that rates will probably never reach 3% again. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's not me. From week to week, at least they have came down ever so slightly. Just they're starting to hairball too, a hair by hair. That's good news, guys. So a 30-year FHA loan is around 6.823%, with a VA about 6.668%. The 30-year conforming loan, it's around, I would say, about 7.081%. It's a little high to me. But for you, the consumer, in 2024, they do have a new conforming loan amount for about $766,200. You have to go talk to your local lender or a mortgage loan originator so that way you can see what you qualify for. And guess what? I will give you a hint where to find those. A good one. A realtor can lead you in the great direction towards the lender or an originator or whatever you prefer. Hint, hint. Okay, let's move on to the next. As of today, it looks like the 15-year today. I'm just saying today in general. Tomorrow might change because the market's forever changing. We all know that. But the 15-year conforming, it looks the best to me today, sitting at around, I'd say about 6.450%. So what did I hear you say? That you want to have a home buying strategy, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll share my secrets with you on how to do that. Also, if you're liking the podcast so far, please hit the like button, subscribe, share, word of mouth, tell a friend. New episodes come out every Wednesday morning. All right, now let's continue with our home buying strategy. You said you wanted to learn one, right? Okay, let me share my secrets. First, you got to go in with a plan. Set a budget, not only on a home price, but also on the mortgage rates, guys. Also, keep tabs on the evolving NAR settlement. We will be discussing that shortly and what it means for you. The additional point of negotiation, agent compensation that will come up during your buying process. We'll get into that shortly. Second, learn your market, guys. If you do not understand it, reach out to a realtor. We will be more than happy to help you understand the housing market, the interest rates, whatever you need. Ask how much homes are selling for in your area, how many offers are they typically getting, and whether your budget is realistic given the type of property or home you tend to get. Thirdly, guys, you have to be willing to compromise. I know sometimes it's hard for some people. That's fine. Everybody's different, but we all got to learn in some way, right? Right. Okay, not everything can be a must-have. You must know what you're willing to compromise on beforehand. Before you go out there and you search for your properties and you look at your houses or you look at your lands or you look at your residentials or you look at your office buildings or you look whatever it is that you're trying to get in the real estate market. Some things are unrealistic. We all know that. We all want everything. It's in our nature. We're human. But we have to know beforehand what we are needing to or wanting to compromise on. There's needs, there's wants. We got to compromise somewhere together. We can fix it and work it out and maybe put something better in there. We'll figure it out along the way. But always, always learn to compromise. All right. And fourthly, y'all, you must know when to admit defeat. If the options available to you would stretch your monthly budget too thin or leave you in a home or a property that you are unhappy with, waiting can be strategic. Staying in touch with a realtor, hence me, I'm just kidding, in your local area, in the meantime, can keep you up to date on the housing market and inventory. We'll let you know what's going on. We have a database. We have the connections. We have CRMs to keep you notified. We will utilize it to the best of our ability for our consumers. We have no problem doing that for you. That is what we are here for. That's what I'm here for anyways. I'm here for you, okay? So keep in touch with your realtor, guys. Keep in touch. What is the housing market going to look like once mortgage rates drop? Let's see. We're all asking the same question, right? Let's dive into that. And we'll start, the pre-approved mortgage applications will start to wake up. That's what they said. They're waking on up. That's the best thing that you property shoppers can do, just to let you know, is get pre-approved. I don't know how many times my clients missed out on property that they really want because they don't get pre-approved first. Plus, the consumer gets discouraged when they see their dream home and nope, they can't have it. Someone came in with a pre-approval and swooped it up right underneath their feet. And there goes their dream home. It sucks, man. It really does. Y'all, please get pre-approved. Go talk to your realtor, one that you trust, one that you can confide in, one that you believe. They will lead you in the right direction to the right people. Okay? Always talk to a realtor. All right. Just so you know, y'all, it's going to be a trade-off once mortgage rates start to drop. It will be rates versus competition. Oh, that's not good, especially for buyers. Home buyers will find themselves having a higher mortgage rate for the frustration and competing in a more challenging market. It's going to get challenging. People are going to start competing on the same homes because mortgage rates are dropping. Everybody's sat on the sidelines. Now they're shopping. They think it's going to be cheaper. Well, nope. Good luck. You'll figure it out. We all make mistakes. I'm just trying to help you prevent some of them if I can. It's up to you to do what you want to do. Everybody's different. We're all human. I didn't know this. I've done it. I've been in the same boat. I messed up in the beginning. You know, I thought I knew what I was doing. And this is before I even got into this realtor stuff. I didn't know anything about it. And I just thought it was whatever. But, you know, once you get into your and you start learning your niche and what you do, and you really know what goes on behind the scenes. So you know how things work and fluctuate and flow. And once you learn it, you can then let whatever it may be. You could be a doctor, a physical therapist, a realtor, an artist, a musician, it doesn't matter. But once you learn what's behind the scenes and how it works, you can then share the knowledge and try to tell people to the best of your ability, but it's up to them to take the word and use it. I don't know. They have to listen. But anyways, we're going to keep going. All right, so it is going to be a competition once the rates start falling. There's going to be more availability out there for inventory, homes and lands and properties hitting the market, just more real estate, period. And then people are going to want to come in because they've been sitting on the sidelines. And now here we go. Here's the bidding wars. So my advice to you, bottom line for you home buyers waiting on the sidelines, if you see a home you love, don't wait. I know it sounds cringy, but you can refinance in a little bit. Just get it now and refinance later for lower. Anyways, well, that's up to you. That's neither here nor there. We're moving on to the next subject. Here it goes. There's no surprise, y'all. Here in Florida, we also have led in all cash sales throughout the United States. I'm sure we have. And 6 of our metro metropolitan areas have made the list. How about that? My county, Palm Beach, came in at second place at 53.4%, and Jacksonville, Florida, coming in at first place at 54.4%. Wow. Them 2 counties alone rose about 29% each. That's a positive move in the right direction, y'all, for the housing market. That's great news. And then it's Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. No surprise. Florida also follows the national trend of higher down payments with an increase of 24.1% from last April, according to Redfin. So that's even good news. So stuff is looking positive for us, y'all. This is great. I'm getting excited. I'm starting to curse. I'm sorry. Anyways, home buyers are doing whatever they can to pull together a large down payment to have smaller monthly payments, guys. Oh my gosh, that's great. It also states that consumers are putting down anywhere from 25 to 40% for property purchases. That's great. That's fantastic, man. We're on the ball. People are saving. They're doing what they can. They're balling hard. They're getting their goals in order. I like this. I like motivation. I love when people do great things. I know I sound like a dork right now, but this is so great. If you know me, man. I like to see everybody progressing and doing better. That's just how I am. All right. With all that being said, let's continue. I'm sorry, I got off track. Anyways, they're coming here, and I'm here for them. Let's see. According to the New York Times, these states have the lowest property taxes in 2024. In first place is Hawaii. Beautiful place too, man. It's only at 0.29% with property tax. That's great. And then goes Alabama and Colorado, Nevada at 50.55%, South Carolina, Washington, D.C. at 0.57%, then Louisiana, let's see, Utah, Delaware, and finally West Virginia coming in 10th place at about 0.59%, which is not bad.
Nope.
So Florida may be tax-free, y'all, but so let's see. Let's move on to the next. I was just thought maybe y'all wanted to know a little bit about other places, but you're more than welcome here. I welcome you here. We all welcome you here. Florida welcomes everybody. That's just what we do. But you guys got to adapt to us because it's hot and it's fun and it's crazy, but it's also a great place. We're friendly and lovable, and we do say hi, neighbors. So that's what we do here. We love the neighbors. Okay, so let's move on. Supposedly, Coldwell Banker Realty did a national consumer survey, and it showed 39% of consumers plan to move. And guess where the number one region of the country was, y'all, that they selected as their ideal location to come? The South. Sure it was. I know. And South Florida is among the top destination, they say. No surprise. I guess everyone wants to have a little fun in the sun while living in the sunshine state. Of course, in the sunshine state. I don't blame them. That's why my parents moved here when I was a baby. Florida is big, and we do have different amenities, cultures. You know, we have so much here. There's a lot to do, and there's a little bit of something for everybody. Depending on what you want to do and what do you want for your lifestyle, that is where you'll live in Florida. We do have all seasons. Not much snow unless you get up into the panhandle around Alabama or Georgia, y'all, the southern Georgia. But you might see a sliver of a sleet of snow. Damn, that was a tongue twister. But it does get cold up in North Florida. I've lived from North Florida to South Florida, from the East Coast to the West Coast of Florida. Y'all, I've seen it all. Central Florida is our horse capital of the world. It has beautiful green rolling hills. John Travolta lives up there with his own airplane landing pad at his house. He lived right down the street from me when I used to live up in Ocala. Anyways, the South is considered anywhere below Orlando, and it is the tropics. Everglades, the Treasure Coast. It's a mixture of city, mostly on the East Coast city. And then you have your rural areas too. The West Coast, y'all, it's a little bit more laid back and not so much built up just yet. And it does have a lot of retirees, but that's okay because we love them too. And we definitely can't forget Key West to our very south, which is about, 90 miles from Cuba? The tip of Key West is 90 miles from Cuba. And Key West is awesome. It's a total vibe, dude. It's a total vibe, a great place to chill and relax. Fun times there, guys. Fun times. If you haven't ever been there, I highly recommend spending a weekend there. It's a great, great getaway. So isn't Palm Beach, though. Okay. Now, we're going to discuss some of the truth behind the myths of the NAR proposed settlement. I want you guys to really listen to me on this topic. It's very important to me because, as I mentioned before to you all, I am a local realtor and I want everyone to understand and know what it means to you as a consumer. Okay? Because every day somebody rents, buys, sells something, a piece of property, whether you're renting it, you're buying it, you're selling it, it doesn't matter. Okay, so here we go. Let's go. The lenders of the National Association of Realtors have been talking to reporters and members to correct the record straight about the association's decision on the settlement. I have 4 myths that I want to cover with you guys. So let's just dive into them, okay? Myth number 1, NAR requires a standard 6% commission. In fact, this is not true. It is a myth that is preceded in the media. NAR does not set commission rates. As a realtor, I can tell you, offers of compensation are an option that you, the consumer, can pursue off the MLS through negotiation and consultation with your real estate professionals and their brokers, you guys. Okay? Myth number 2, brokers, agents, realtors representing buyers have to work for free. Let's go on that fact. This is false. Under the proposed settlement, that would be like asking you to work for free. It's not going to happen. But we will do our very best to work with you, okay? So, under the proposed settlement, the types of compensation available for brokers working with buyers would continue to make multiple forms, included but not limited to a fixed fee of commission paid directly by consumers. NAR has long believed that it is in the interest, the best interest, of sellers, buyers, and their brokers, along with the consumers, to make offers of compensation. However, using MLS to communicate offers of compensation will no longer be an option. Compensation will continue to be negotiable and should always be negotiated, y'all, between you, the consumer, your agent, and their brokerage. Okay? Just want to make that clear. Myth number 3, the practice change will do away with offers of compensation to brokers representing buyers. So people are basically saying that we're not going to be paid. No, that's not true. It's never been true. We've always negotiated it. It's just crazy. Let's go on the fact. The fact, offers of compensation are an option that you, the consumers, can pursue off the MLS through negotiation and consultation with your real estate professionals. The settlement also expressly provides that sellers may communicate seller concessions such as buyer closing costs via the MLS, provided that such concessions are not conditioned on the use of or payment to a buyer broker. What does that mean? Buyer broker commissions will be negotiated off of the MLS with you, the consumer, and your real estate professionals. Okay, guys, that's it and that's all. I just want to make that clear. We're going to go on to the last myth, and this is important too because people are going around saying that NAR, National Association of Realtors, only settled because the plaintiff's allegations are true. Let's look at their fact. This is all straight from the NAR. As the settlement makes it clear, NAR denies any wrongdoing in connection with the MLS cooperative compensation model rule. It has always been NAR's goal to resolve this litigation in a way that preserves you, the consumer, choice and protects their members, me, to the greatest extent possible. The settlement does achieve both of these goals and provides a path forward for the real estate industry and the NAR Association. So, with all that being said, I hope you guys understand what that meant. And if you have any questions, I would really like to hear from you with any of your thoughts on any of these topics. You can also hit the comments along with the like and subscribe and share button so we can get everyone's input and communicate together. I love to hear from everyone as they might have great insights or opinions. Every Wednesday morning, I will put out a new episode with weekly updated different topics. So now, y'all, let's get on to the fun stuff. The Florida man. If you don't know by now, let me explain to you what that means. It's referring to an alleged prevalence of people performing irrational, crazy-ass actions. We're like in our own little world down here. We feel we aren't involved with the rest of the USA. And because it's so beautiful, most of us Floridians are always wanting to go outside, barbecue and day drink, hang out in the water. You know, we're mostly surrounded by crystal clear, beautiful waters, especially here in Palm Beach County. Juno Beach is one of the most beautiful aqua green waters besides like the Bahamas. We also have one of the wildest competitions here in Florida called the Florida Man Games. Let me tell you a little bit about that, y'all. It is crazy. One of the most iconic Floridians, and he is OMG, it's Wicks. He knows all about the insanity that Florida is capable of. And that's why he is the perfect host. He's such a funny comedian. I watch his TikToks all the time, guys. No, he doesn't sponsor me. I just tell you about Florida and Floridian. That's all. All right. Here are some of my favorite games and contests from that competition. They have what's it called? Eat the Butt Challenge. So you have to finish your pork butt platter in the fastest time to win. What? Are you serious? Are you sure that they are really eating pork butt? What are they eating? I don't know. That's what we're going to say. They say pork butt. We're going with that. Then they have, how about the evading arrest obstacle course? Well, you know, Floridians are always running from the police. Well, some of them are anyway. I guess the heat makes them want to get some wind in their hair. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, the competitors are chased by the police after committing a series of crimes. It says they have to grab a gator and get through the swamp before you save the frozen iguana to win. Okay. I don't know about grab the gator part, but the rest sounds all right to me. Okay. I don't know. Let's get on to some of the contests. That's just some of the Floridian that we got going on, y'all. All right. On the next, you can win cash in a contest that's called Category 5 Cash and Grab. That's where they have you stand in a glass tube that blows Category 5 winds, which are probably about 157 miles an hour or more, which is considered a major hurricane. You got to stand in there in the glass tube. Hopefully it don't break. I don't know. But the cash is real and you get to keep it, they say. That's what they say. Also, you have mullet contests, and one of my favorite contests is the chicken coop bingo. Yeah, y'all heard me right. The chicken decides if you win. What? Oh my goodness. Yes, you gotta go to see this. They really do this for fun in D-Land and Interlachen, Florida. I guess, y'all, they don't know about the cell phones. I don't know. They don't think they exist. They don't have service. I'm not sure. It's a little country up there. That's central northern Florida. Sorry, y'all. I love it up there. It's beautiful. I have lived there. Also, they have gator shows, selfies. No, they don't sponsor me either. I just like it, and it's something interesting because we're Floridians, and this is what Floridians do. We Floridian. All right. You know, the best part is that they do truly donate money to Floridians in need. Like this year, they donated $20,000 to people in need right here in our state. That's freaking awesome, dude. Like, that's totally great. Us Floridians, we stand together, man, no matter where we're at, because that's what we do. Okay, let's go on to the next. I'm sorry. I got a little Floridian on y'all. This year, the event was held in St. Augustine, which is about northeastern Florida. Lastly, y'all, on another note, in Orange County, Florida, which is in Orlando, they have their own event parties, I guess, open to the public going on. Allegedly, a group of 5 people were hosting an illegal narcotics distribution party at their location, the Encima Orlando event. It's even a whole named event. Oh, it's a center. It's an Orlando event center named whatever, Encimia, whatever. I don't even know how to say it. Anyways, they were utilizing security guards to keep their sales private. Man, they got a little smart. They're paying people off. Well, I'll be damned, in broad daylight at an event center open to the public, only in Florida, man. Oh, Lord. Okay. Then the police say they executed a search warrant. Now let's see what they found from them, y'all. 11 handguns, $9,000 in cash, and I quote, proceeds from criminal activity. Only $9,000 in cash? To me, that sounds a little on the low side in the cash department for such a big event. I don't know. Anyways, I'm just going to keep it moving, guys. They found over 330 pounds of cannabis, over 130 pounds of THC products, and over 120 pounds of shrooms. Whew. And only $9,000. I'm going to leave it right there, y'all, on that note, because no more to say. No more to say. I got to make it make sense, and I can't do it. So I'm not even going to comment. Well, y'all, so coming up on next week's Chillaxin Relaxin podcast with me, Deanna Robert, we're going to be chit-chatting and bullshitting about, have the housing market stats changed any? What does analysts say about the housing market turning the corner? What does Fannie Mae have to say about consumers and higher rates? With higher prices and inflation, will the Feds cut rates? Oh, wow. And Florida's hurricane season is coming. What are the forecasters predicting? And what will it do for our property insurance rates? I'm here for you guys. I got you. I told you that. Also, as always, y'all, the Florida man craziness will continue with some of South Florida's living and lifestyles. Okay, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed our talk. I would love your feedback on any of our topics today. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can interact together every week. You can listen to Chillaxin Relaxin with me, Deanna Robert podcast on these platforms: Apple, Spotify, Google, SoundCloud, and my YouTube website, Deanna Robert Realtor. Or if you just want to search my real estate website for your personal home report or your personal property valuation, you may do so here at www.deannarobert.realtor, DEANNAROBARE.realtor. It was fun, y'all. I hope to hear from you next week in the next episode. Till then, bye.